As we start the new fiscal year, we know electricity prices are going to rise. The state government came to office with a $3.6 billion deficit. That's now blown out to $28 billion. Electricity prices are going up, but also we need to remember that the new gas contracts that we've entered into are going to be putting up prices even further. By the end of this financial year, we're looking to see price rises in the provision of gas almost double. And this has been admitted to by Mike Nahan, the Treasurer. Given that 43% of our electricity is generated by gas, we are again going to see into the future greater movement in terms of costs to the community of electricity prices. One of the things we really need to realise in this whole scenario is we don't need to be going down this path. The opportunities with battery storage, such as Tesla coming onto the market, are there, and people eventually will walk from the grid purely and simply on base economics. WA has some of the best sun in the world. We've got the abundant renewable energy. We can then use wind as well. We've got plentiful resources of wind, wave, geothermal. We've got it all. And yet we really don't seem to harness that in any way, shape or form. What we need is really good government policy and direction to move away from the old fossil fuels, which are costing us a fortune, into the renewable energy future, which is going to cost us less, be more environmentally sustainable, no greenhouse gas, a whole range of positives. But the key issue is it's actually about finance. And unless the government actually wakes up to this right now, you and I and the rest of WA population are going to find themselves bearing the brunt of huge costs when there is an alternative, a much cheaper policy option that can be taken at this time. What this state really needs is a policy on energy generation into the future. And the cornerstone of that would be a renewable energy target. Quite clearly, Ross Garnaut has said that renewable energy targets reduce electricity costs. We've seen the Abbott government cut the renewable energy target, and that only leaves us with one option, and that is that the state must embrace a renewable energy target itself. We've got currently 10% renewable energy in the West Australian grid, and we'd like to see that taken out to at least 30% by 2020. We, the Greens WA, have got a costed policy out for 100% renewables by 2029. It's achievable. The Greens WA shouldn't be the only people talking about this. All the other parties should be embracing this as a way forward for energy demand into the future. We really encourage the other parties to come on board and let's have a future for energy provision and demand in this state.